world of modern gig economies. Delivery workers often become invisible faces behind the food and parcels we receive each day. But behind every order, there are stories of struggle, violence, and sometimes survival. With little to no protection from their employers, these workers navigate a dangerous line between exploitation and survival. And that is why it becomes increasingly important to understand the nature and implication of platform work. According to Section 2, Clause 60 of Code of Social Security 2020, platform work essentially covers individuals working outside of the traditional employer employee relationship and provides service through online platforms without a fixed location and without a standard employment contract. These include delivery workers from Zomato, Swiggy, cab sharing apps such as Ola, Uber, Rapido, and fast delivery service apps such as Blinkit, Zepto, etc. Today, the platform economy has become a major creator of unskilled and semi skilled jobs for lakhs of people who undertake platform based gig work for aggregators. Niti Aayog has estimated that by 2029-30, gig work would constitute 4.1% of country's total workforce. As we mentioned the issue of platform workers, it becomes increasingly confused with the gig workers. Platform workers are online based gig workers. The gig economy is actually much broader, which means work on demand. The platform economy is a subset of the gig economy.
सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती है मैप के साथ होती है। मान लो अगर मैप में कम किलोमीटर दिखाता है, लेकिन जब हम ऑर्डर लेने जाते हैं और गूगल मैप चालू करेंगे तो उसमें ज़्यादा किलोमीटर दिखाएगा। वैसे ही सिचुएशन कस्टमर के पास जाने के लिए होती है। कस्टमर का अगर मान लो लोकेशन 7 किलोमीटर दिखा रहा है और बाद में अगर मैप के जरिए जाए और देखिए तो 7 से प्लस किलोमीटर दिखाएगा। एंड सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत तब होती है जब हम ज़्यादा लंबा ऑर्डर करते हैं, ज़्यादा किलोमीटर वाला ऑर्डर करते हैं तो हमें लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस रिटर्न पे नहीं मिलता है।
ऐसा जोमेटो में किस के पैसे के लिए करते हैं, किसी की ईएमआई का प्रॉब्लम होगा, किसी को घर चलाना होगा, कोई पढ़ाई की फीस भर रहा है वगैरह, कोई पार्ट टाइम भी कर रहा है। क्या है कि कुछ लोग जॉब भी कर दे और रात को जोमेटो कर दे, तो 2-3 घंटे कहेंगे चलो पॉकेट मनी का खर्चा निकल जाए। स्टूडेंट भी ऐसा करते हैं, मुझके जो स्टूडेंट हॉस्टल में रहते हैं वो भी जोमेटो करते हैं।
अगर ऑर्डर रिटर्न करने गए तो कुछ रेस्टोरेंट वाले ले लेते हैं और कुछ नहीं लेते। कुछ लेने के बाद भी वापस कॉल करते हैं और कुछ नहीं लेने के बाद भी वापस कॉल करते हैं कि भैया आपने ऑर्डर वापस नहीं लिया है। पहले बोलते कोई बात नहीं, आप रख लो, खा लो, बाद में फिर कुछ रेस्टोरेंट वालों का वो होता है कि मान लो अगर बाय वन गेट वन फ्री वाला ऑफर होगा, कैचअप वगैरह का, पिज़्ज़ा वगैरह का ऑर्डर होता है तो उसमें कैचअप वगैरह जो फ्री रहता है, कुछ रेस्टोरेंट वाले कम देते हैं, 1 या 2 ही देते हैं, छोटा पहुँचाता है ना भाई। अगर कस्टमर के पास लेके जाएंगे तो फिर वो बोलेंगे आपने यार ज़्यादा लाना था, आप 1 खिलाए 2 लाए, तो बोलेंगे आप खा गए या आपने कहीं फेंक दिया। वो रेस्टोरेंट पे कॉल करेगा तो रेस्टोरेंट वाला यही बोलेगा हमने तो राइडर को ज़्यादा ही दिए थे, राइडर ले गया।
आपने कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किया था? जब नहीं, कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं साइन किया,
बस सिंपल एक अकाउंट बनाया और हो गया।
तो कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं साइन किया।
A 27-year-old Zomato delivery boy's Zomato ID was cancelled after he failed to deliver an order as he met with an accident. On confronting the platform refused to take any responsibility or provide any support to him. He said that we are just cockroaches living by the roadside all day just to survive. This one incident sheds light on the accountability of these platforms like Zomato, Swiggy, where workers work for more than 12 hours a day and are also supposedly mentioned as delivery partners. A study conducted by Data and Society in 2015 on Uber drivers and this information asymmetry highlights many of the practical difficulties. Firstly, since the wages depend on per ride executed by the driver, these platforms do not provide adequate information about the destination to be covered or the fare to be given to them. At this instance, the platform workers are opened with an opportunity either to accept or to reject the order. On this case, if they reject the order, there is a risk of their ID being cancelled by the platform itself. Further, companies of this nature lure poorly educated people with slogans like free to work, free to live, flexibility, which actually mask the exploitative practices of these platforms behind the superficial independence. The study conducted by the Digital Empowerment Foundation on food delivery workers has shown that the workers have a risk of suspension of their IDs if they refuse to take any order, even in case of any contingencies. System of target achievement fixed by these platforms. The market study conducted by Competition Commission of India shows that these platforms make it difficult for the drivers to achieve this target by showing lesser distance on the app as compared to the actual distance travelled by the drivers. Further, any deviation from the route mentioned by the platform leads to a deduction in the commission given to the drivers, and thus they make it artificially difficult for the drivers to actually complete the target. Further, the terms of the Zomato include that they have unfettered right on the commission granted to the drivers and also on the termination of the contract. A report on the working and living conditions of app-based workers in India shows that almost 68 respondents had reported that they had faced either arbitrary or unexplained deduction in their fees. The report also revealed that there is ambiguity with regards to the heads considered for the calculation of the fare. Also, there is difference in the fare that is shown at the beginning of the ride and when the ride is completed. Further, apart from this, they are also not accounted for the distance travelled by them in order to reach the restaurant to actually collect the order or to return it to the restaurant if the order is rejected. Moreover, they are also not accounted for the belongings retrieval to the customer in case they forgot it in the cab. Problems are accentuated by the ineffective grievance redressal mechanism. The only way for the workers to actually address any problem in delivery is to go to their chatbot systems, which gives a mechanic reply without any contextual understanding. The Government of India had also asked these platforms to improve their complaint redressal system for the complainants as well as the drivers. A ray of hope against all these problems can be seen in the Karnataka bill, which focuses on transparent work allotment, the rating system, and the categorization of gig workers. The catastrophic plight of the workers is regarding the employer-employee relationship, which is a prerequisite under the Indian law to claim any safeguard against exploitative practices. This debate has been long-standing. Platforms like Zomato, Dunzo specifically exclude employer-employee relationship in the terms and conditions of the contract and state that the condition is of a principal-to-principal contract and thus no vicarious liability relies on them. Moreover, they claim that a separate contract is formed every time a deliverer accepts an order and to which the Zomato or Dunzo is not a party. However, studies show that the workers generally treat the language as a mere formality for the platforms to gain more autonomy in the negotiation. Digital Platform and World of Work report has stated that in order to improve the working condition of these employees, they have to be given the status of employees. Further, a petition has been filed before the Honorable Supreme Court urging recognition of these workers as employees. However, the court's decision on these verdict has been awaited. Further, recently the Karnataka High Court has ruled that the worker under the Ola platform was an employee. To see some practices around the globe, in 2016 the UK Supreme Court, in 2020 the France Supreme Court, and 2021 the Dutch Supreme Court has ruled that the legal relationship is of an employment relationship. However, these are not provided to countries like India, unlike Indonesia, which has made laws to specifically implement these social security. In conclusion,
Exploitation of platform workers extends far beyond the negligence of private employers. It is deeply rooted in the societal attitudes and behaviors of the general public. From safety risks to systemic discrimination, the challenges exist far and beyond. In October 2023, the East Asia Forum released an article outlining the occupational safety and health hazards faced by these platform workers. Besides this, the ILO has also drawn the attention of various stakeholder groups towards the perilous working condition of these platform workers in summers in India amid the heat waves and exhaustion. Also evidence that for women platform workers, these jobs heighten the risk of security, and the platforms have no mechanism to ensure that they can end the service and exit safely in an emergency situation. These reports suggest the vulnerability of platform workers not just to occupational hazards but to physical harm as well. The Center for Internet and Society has reported the concerning passive role played by these platforms as distant intermediaries, and workers have little to no recourse in holding them accountable. Other safety issues highlighted by Platform Economy report by TIS Hyderabad states that migrant workers comprise a significant percentage of platform workers driven by the hope of earning a stable and substantial income through platform work. However, these aspirations are dashed often sooner than later as many face severe exploitation in their route. Another very romanticized yet gravely concerning trend is the 10-minute delivery promise. What started with the grofers has quickly become a rat race with Zomato and Swiggy catching up. The report of Pagan University, Pennsylvania on the working conditions of app-based workers in India showed that a whopping 86% of workers have stated that the 10-minute policy is completely unacceptable to them, raising safety concerns of road accidents and physical assaults from road rage. Stating that workers from marginalized communities frequently encounter normal forms of untouchability and abuse, including derogatory remarks and harassment. articles like The Quint also report religious discrimination faced by minorities, curtailing their opportunities to earn. The ILO recommends assigning a distinct code to each platform worker in order to protect them from any discrimination they might face at the workplace.
In 2023, the government of Rajasthan passed the Rajasthan Platform-Based Gig Workers Registration and Welfare Act, making it the first Indian state to regulate gig workers and provide for social security benefits. The act requires aggregators and employers to register with the board and provide data on all gig workers. Additionally, a dedicated fund will support their welfare through contributions and grants. The Act also established a grievance redressal mechanism. Now, the definition of platform aggregator in the Code on Social Security 2020 is inadequate as it fails to account for the significant control that platform aggregators exercise over workers without any corresponding obligations toward them. Cess under the Social Security Code is only for construction and building workers and should be extended to platform aggregators as well. To gain access to social security schemes should not be placed on platform workers individually. Instead, aggregators and platform companies must declare their roster of workers to the government, which can be used as a basis to develop a register of platform workers under Section 113 of the Code. Occupational Health, Safety and Working Conditions 2020 makes no reference to platform workers. The implications of lack of minimum protections in this regard without any assurance are worrisome. Further, the Karnataka government has proposed a bill, the Karnataka Platform-Based Gig Workers Social Security and Welfare Bill 2024, which is yet to be effective. Moreover, they have passed a state gig workers insurance scheme. Thus, it is crucial to strengthen and adopt the legislative framework for platform workers in India.
Problems of such workers aren't only a concern in India but across the world as well. The ILO made a declaration in 1949 Convention on Right to Organize and Collective Bargaining. It emphasizes upon the importance of social protection for all workers. The ILO also recommends that in absence of such a law, workers must have the freedom to form associations, to appeal for benefits and to get their grievances addressed. Countries like Singapore, South Korea and Spain have also enacted legislations to recognize such workers and grant them a legal status. Singapore recently passed Platform Workers Bill. This bill recognizes all the cab workers, private hire drivers and freelance delivery workers who depend on online platforms for their livelihood as a distinct labor class. The bill places these workers between employees and the self-employed. The bill shall be made effective from January 1, 2025, which means that these workers will receive better labor protection from the new year. In addition to this, the Ministry of Manpower of Singapore has also announced the Platform Workers CPF Transition Fund support for all these workers. Under this scheme, the government will offset 100% of the increase in CPF contribution from its side. The government of South Korea in 2023 brought amendments to their Employment Insurance Act and to the Industrial Accident Compensation Insurance Act. This amendment abolished the category of special type of workers. Instead, it introduced a new category of labor providers, extending employment and injury insurances to all such workers. Spain has also enacted a rider law which legally recognizes platform workers. This law also recognizes riders working for companies like Deliveroo and Uber Eats as salaried staff. By doing so, Spain has become the first country in European Union to enact a legislation on this area. More recently, the ILO has also released a report titled Realizing Decent Work in the Platform Economy. This report paves the way for a new international labor standard on decent work in the platform economy. Further discussions on this report will take place in the upcoming conferences of international labor law in the 2025 and 2026. As we can see, the movement towards better protection and recognition of platform and gig workers is gaining momentum across the globe. It's the collective responsibility of all the countries to give the rightful share to these workers. Suggested reforms in this regard from ASAR, a Platform India initiative like the successful Startup India as suggested by Niti Aayog in its policy brief for India's booming gig and platform economy. Platform work must be included in new categories in the NSSO surveys to accurately ascertain their percentage in the Indian economy. The eShram portal, providing access to various social security schemes of the central and state governments, can help in enabling them to access different social security benefits. With this, as we move forward, Let us remain committed to driving change, ensuring that every individual contributing to our workforce is afforded the rights, protections, and dignity they deserve.